Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. Yes, it's a Hemi. 1968 Plymouth Road Runner Hemi. This is a genuine numbers matching original car. And I really mean that. This is a two-owner car, lived in its same town its entire life in Colfax, Wisconsin. The third owner, who I happen to know very well, he's a very, very fussy gentleman. He bought this car in all original condition. We have pictures of it as he was picking it up, pictures of the restoration process. It's a 61,000 mile car, and it has all of its original born with equipment. Not a motor out of another car, not a restamp, it's its original components. Completely restored. We have pictures of it. It was virtually rust-free car. He spent $45,000 at a body shop getting the body and paint pristine. $35,000 having the mechanicals rebuilt by Kilpatrick. They're very well known Mopar experts. Matter of fact, they race a 3,500 horsepower 1963 Dodge. So the car is right. Power steering, power brakes, also a rare option in a Hemi, but sure makes it easier to drive. I got a lot more to tell you about this car. You can also go to volocars.com, read the information, look at all the pictures top to bottom. And that is where you'll find a price tag, along with a monthly finance option as well at volocars.com. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on that bell icon. That way you're notified as the videos are posted. But for right now, buckle up. Let's go for a spin. Yeah, this is the right car. There's no excuses. There's no skeletons in his closet. This is the right car. A lot of the Hemis out there don't have the original motors. They have correct motors. It was a 59,000 mile car when he bought it, just over 61,000. Has 1,000 miles on it, and he almost insisted I go drive the car because it's really a wonderful driver. You think of a Hemi, you almost think like a race car, but this will just get out and cruise and drive and do everything right. Underneath the car, it's a factory undercoat car. It was completely rust-free under there, so they pretty much cleaned it. They probably dusted some black paint over it just to make it look fresh again. But every component was removed off the bottom of the car and restored. The entire suspension, front and back, all the suspension and steering was removed, prepped, painted, detailed. Now we have pictures of all the parts hanging in the spray booth when they painted them all. The owner of the car was very careful in keeping the original parts. Like the power steering pump, I guess, is unique for a Hemi. He had this one rebuilt. The steering box, he had it rebuilt. He wanted to keep it original. He could have just ordered a aftermarket, part and replaced it. And he's going on at length to tell me stories how he had to drive in this snowstorm to go get that pump driven somewhere 100 miles away to get it rebuilt. And so he went the extra steps to make it right, is my point. So the suspension's all done. Fuel system's replaced. The tank, the sending unit, all that is new. The brakes were completely redone. It does have disc in front. E-brakes hooked up. Brake lines replaced. It does have a custom exhaust. It's a TTI 3-inch exhaust with an X-pipe. I think they're MagnaFlow mufflers, but refer to the ad on our website. It goes all the way out the back. Even though it's 3-inch exhaust, it has the stock square tips coming out the back. You look up at the motor, it's spotless because it's virtually brand new. It is the original numbers match born with 727 torque flight. Also rebuilt by Kilpatrick engines. They went through the motor and trans. They're all dialed in and tuned together. In back, it has the heavy-duty Dana 60 rear end with 354 sure grip gears. And again, that's all original, but it's all been gone through. So all the mechanicals have been rebuilt on this car. So underneath's in excellent shape. Now the body, outstanding. Again, $45,000. And we have receipts. I got a folder on the seat there. And I have all sorts of pictures. Some of them are posted online. The car is virtually rust-free. When I say virtually, it's because there might have been a couple little pinholes at the corners of a door or something like that. But they got this thing better than it was when it was new. Laser beam straight. The gaps are spot on. There's not a bug, not a nick or a chip or a crack. There's no shrinkage. There's no dust. Absolutely straight. The metal flake is laid out evenly. This is the original color. I think it was B5 blue, but this is the color it was born. And all of this, there's no cracking anywhere. This is all pristine, straight, no waves. Look at that. It fits beautifully. Shuts like new. Still has the factory dimples around the wheel well, the spot welds. This is all pristine metal. Fantastic. Back here is all the same way. Absolutely laser beam straight, laid out evenly, polished like glass. It's like I can reach in there and just grab things. So the tail panel and the tail lights, they're in mint condition. The bumper, beautiful. All of that is sparkling like new. The round marker lights. Anyone know how many years they use round marker lights? You can leave a comment. All this stainless trim is polished and buffed out and straightened. This is all mint. Original mirror. It has a little Penn-Star logo on it. It has slight wear on it, but I'm sure he wanted to leave the original. New door handles, emblems. All this trim is beautiful. Windshield's probably new. It's crystal clear. It has the black hood patch painted on. And then, of course, the wheels. Steel rims with the poverty caps, and you can see fatter in the back, and they have radial Redline BF Goodrich tires on there. Up front, the grille is in excellent shape. The bumper, all the trim, everything up here is beautiful. So let's open it up, and I'm sure you're dying to see what that Hemi engine looks like, too. All right, let's see what it's like inside the trunk here. They did paint under the trunk lid beautifully. It's got the sticker and the latch is detailed. The jam is as slick as the car. A new weather strip. Now the metal is absolutely clean. It's a little dusty up there. They left that original up there. I think they dusted some blue paint over the trunk floor. And some of these parts, where you're wondering what they are, the original valve covers, radio, some more of the parts that go along with the jack. So it has a complete jack assembly. You just need to get a spare tire in there. It'll cover all that up. But real clean, completely solid. It's original metal, this car. Original quarters. Go find a Hemi number match with original metal. And again, the power steering and brakes, I think, is a big deal. I remember driving a bunch of these with manual, and it's tough. The door jambs are painted slick. The door frame there, the black is all painted. Door panel, armrest, that's all in excellent shape. The dash area is very clean and tidy. Nothing's broken or cracked. Everything fits nice. The instruments are clean. Has a factory tachometer. Has an 8-track player in here. That's an AM radio that's in the trunk. The heater control panel, the glove box. Now in the glove box, that's the original glove box liner with this OK stamp. That's original. We got the manual, some literature, but there's an engine spec card in here because all the specs on what the motor is, Kilpatrick said keep it with the car. You never know if any work had to be done. There's the information. Cobalt gauges, they light up blue. They're real cool. Probably just more accurate oil and water. You don't want to be blowing up the motor. Steering wheel's nice and clean. Upholstery's excellent. It's got all the seat belts front and back. Carpet's real nice with Road Runner floor mats. Beep beep in back. All excellent shape. Side panels. Headliner and the dome lights and just everything about it is very nice and tidy. This is not a car full of reproduction parts that don't fit and things are not loose and falling apart. It's all original and it's all tight. I remember when we were selling Hemis for 35 grand, and I remember at that time, this is years ago, that was just so much money. Oh my God, 35,000. So my point is, what might seem like a lot of money today won't in a few years. So that is the original Hemi motor with its original parts, original dual quad 4-barrel carbs under there. They've been all restored. Original air cleaner, so it has some patina on it. He purposely wanted to leave that original. Even has Chrysler spark plug wires. All the components, the alternator, the distributor, the fuel line, all the components on the firewall all look excellent. Squirters are hooked up, the hoses. The Road Runner horn was black the 1 year. I'm pretty certain it was only 1 year they were black. Then they became purple. Original radiator, the correct clamps. It's got the heavy-duty cooling. So power steering, power brakes, it was born with both of those. They're both the correct original units that were restored, rebuilt. Actual Mopar reproduction battery, bolted down properly, the right cables. The original fender tag. Also, if you want to catch this number up here, matches the fender tag. The engine bay is painted as nice as the car. We have pictures of this whole front end disassembled. Fenders off, every component out. Under the hood's painted, detailed up. I tell you what, the more I think about this car, it has everything going for it. It's even B5 blue. It's not gold or brown. I mean, it's a real car, low mile, original metal, and it's restored right. It's restored by experts. And the fussy owner that overseen everything made sure it was done right. This is investment quality right here, but get in and enjoy it. Drive it. He did mention that Kilpatrick was very careful not to bore the engine just in case you ever blew it up. He wanted to have enough there where you could bore it if ever needed. So the motor's completely gone through, completely rebuilt by an expert. It should be bulletproof. You should be able to drive and enjoy this car. Go to volocars.com, talk to the salesman with your questions. I just gave you my impression. They can help get this delivered to your driveway. They can even help you finance this Hemi at volocars.com. Hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe, click on the bell icon so you're notified as the new ones are posted. Thanks for watching.